The Crusaders will be out for revenge after suffering defeat at home to this Chiefs side way back in round number 1, where the result was 24-10 to the Chiefs. Now though, in round 10 of the competition, the Chiefs are at home and the pressure will be on to stop the resurgent Crusaders from finding a way back into this series. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2, and of course the 2014 Super Rugby season, where it is the Chiefs who are so far undefeated and claiming bonus points for every home match in New Zealand that they have come up against. They have got 5 points so far. They've been to South Africa, they've got good results there as well, and now they face the Crusaders, who they took on in round number 1. Now remember, these are the exact sides from the match that took place on this weekend. So as for the Chiefs, a few changes once again and a new name. And Jordan Payne coming on to the left wing. It's an injury hit squad, very badly injury hit, but still they managed to churn out the top shelf, top class players, and another top 15 coming out for this match today at Waikato Stadium. The Crusaders, well, they're having much of the same as well, but they're having problems in the number 10 jumper. They've gone through a numerous amount of fly halves already and are trying numerous combinations throughout their backline. Of course, they have the addition of Ndolo, the big Fijian winger, on the left side today. He will be interesting to see how he goes in these circumstances. Such an X-factor player that could lead to big things for this Crusaders side, who are always so classy and so talented with All Blacks throughout the 15. They'll be looking for revenge though, and they need it too, as they struggle in the New Zealand Conference at the moment. Waikato Stadium's ready to go. The players are all ready for kickoff, and this round 10 Super Rugby match is about to get underway. Colin Slade with the ball, former Highlander. He'll kick off and he goes deep to the left side, and Liam Messam pulls it in and drags a couple with him with the help of Latimer, but his support's far too slow, and Kieran Reid takes a short one off the turnover before losing it to Aki. He's Big Ben Tameafuna. He goes for a driving run, and what a start to this match already. The Crusaders, and they're red of course, as here's Puliasi Manu driving up towards halfway. It is the Chiefs in their black. Both teams in the home strips. Over the top they go. Jared Payne, first touch of the ball, and he's run down from Johnny McNichol. What a start here from the Chiefs. Anscombe in the number 10 jumper. Horrell pops it out wide for Ben Tameafuna. He waits, gives it to Messam. There's a big man on the outside, and Tim Williams. He'll go in for the corner, and Tim Williams opens up the scoring for the Chiefs. That is it, Tim Williams. He is the big name that they were looking for on that right-hand side. Tameafuna waited. Messam took it as far as he could, but he was the big one. He was the one they wanted to get the ball, and he was a finisher who classily puts it in the corner and scores a great first try. How good were those forwards there? Tameafuna, Messam, all involved. There's Reece Marshall as well, loitering on the inside. Oh, their forwards are just so athletic, and they're like having half a back per position extra. The way they can run the ball, we know Messam, Latimer, Squire, they're all the flankers, capable players. And when they get the first score like that, that is going to put the confidence through the roof, and Anscombe's conversion is a beauty. It slides inside the right-hand upright. And Anscombe says, thank you, boys. That's 7 points. Are off to a good start. Still undefeated, the Chiefs. Keep that in mind as well. They've beaten all comers. And now they lead against the Crusaders as Messam takes it. Oh, brilliant hands there from Reece Marshall around the outside. Oh, just about getting away from Taylor. Kurt Barlow gets hit in a big one, and Anscombe comes away with it. Fitzgerald keeping this alive. Squire, and Messam goes down. A good tackle coming in from Franks. Still sets it up here nicely for Retallick. He goes for a scamper, intercepted, and there is the Crusaders through Hines to Crotty. Outside it is to Slade. Gets it inside to Ndolo. Oh, and how close
Release.
is Nemani Nadolo? Here's Slade again. This time he's hammered and he's in touch. Carballo putting in a thunderous tackle on Colin Slade, who should have scored that try just moments before. Here's the line out. Reece Marshall will throw in. He goes to the front. It's taken down. Carballo gives it to Tom Marshall, playing a fullback today, and he thumps it downfield. Oh, Nadolo gets a short play from Dag, and he goes crashing into the tackle. Here's Hines. Hines going nowhere quickly, and turned over from Squire. Somehow looked outside, but the pass goes forward, and Franks is the one who dives on it. So it's ball back here for the Crusaders as they go left and right. Crockett. Now they come to the right-hand side through Todd. McNichol, short pass back inside for Taylor, looking for Reed. Passes are plenty as it's Flynn who gets smashed and will go all the way back to the forward pass from the Chiefs.
Crouch.
Kieran Reid.
Touch.
Not looking too amused there.
Sit.
As it's a scrum picking down for the Crusaders. Hines puts it in, and that man we just spoke of, Kieran Reid, waits for it. Steady scrum here from the Crusaders. Willie Hines at the back with it now. Where's he going to go? He goes the open side. He goes to Slade. Short pass to Nicey to Tom Taylor. Oh, that's good work. Crossy's infield. Slade again, and Willie Hines taking it to ground as Franks. Crockett, he'll go for a bit of a pick and go. Off the back of that ruck, he's a bit isolated, but his Crusaders buddies come to his aid. Here's Reed, strong runner and good offloader. Keeping things wide here for McNichol, and he's on Payne, but Jordan Payne makes a fantastic tackle, and Tom Marshall does even better. He's taken that over, and it's set up beautifully for Anscombe, who will put this onto his boot and gets a thunderous kick down into the hands of Dag, who runs straight at Latimer, who was offside. Well, that's not good. Oh, well, forward pass from the Crusaders. I thought Latimer was offside there, but it was actually a forward pass. Was that massive pass coming in from Taufua? A blindside flanker. Well, either way, I thought Latimer was offside, but no. Turns out forward pass, and it is a scrum here. Squire at the back sets it for Carballo. He goes for a little run, and then it's a poor pass, and it's picked up now. Slade getting the pass from Taylor, and now Crotty. Right in centre field. The Chiefs have butchered a massive chance to get some go-forward ball. They come to the left, and Nadolo. He's the man they want to get hands on ball there. Willie Hines. Oh, massive hit. Oh, Willie Hines has been sacked. Driven backwards from Carballo. And that is a great play. Here's Tamifuna to Horrell. Now they'll settle it down. Oh, and Paliasi Manu has knocked on.
Advantage over.
Advantage quickly over for the knock-on as the Chiefs players creep up in defence. Why'd they go for Whitelock, who sweeps it around for Todd? Good play from Todd, and Whitelock getting to the 22. Here's Flynn. Back to Reed, keeping it alive. Here's Taufua. Going to ground on the 22. The Crusaders, Willie Hines. Short pass to Todd, giving it to Crotty. Crotty in midst of a couple of tacklers. Reed, back in for Franks. Franks dummies and goes. Somehow offloads. Wide it goes. Arkee's knocked on. He throws it into touch. And Bundy Arkee has saved the Chiefs. Their glorious lead for the halftime break. That should have been a try on the left side for Nadolo. It has been denied from Arkee, and the Chiefs survive. They could have counterattacked though. You just think back to that chance there. 7-0. Tim Nello-Williams has got their only try. We can look at the stats. The Crusaders haven't had much say in this match at all, apart from that last 10 minutes where they dominated possession and territory for a good period of time. The Chiefs have had 73% of the ball, but it is the Crusaders who have had 61% of territory. The tackles fairly even. Chiefs making slightly more despite having more ball, but have made 8 handling errors to just the 2. Both sides making 2 line breaks. It's a pretty conservative match so far, and the scoreline of 7-0 reflects that quite so as well. A far cry from the 24-10 match we had back in round 1, but still 40 minutes to go here, and both these sides, were you well aware, are capable of scoring points very quickly. So we'll get back down to the second half of this round 10 Super Rugby clash. The Chiefs leading 7-0 over the Crusaders. Anscombe has a couple of points to himself already for his conversion. We'll get the second half underway. The Chiefs lead 7-0 at Anscombe. Kicks it high to Tim Williams and Messam. Well, I didn't even see Messam ranging in there, but boy, he stormed that high ball. And he's got the ball for his side. Nicely done too. And it's a short ball. Oh, Squire to Kerbarlow. Kerbarlow, the defence converges on him, but they keep it alive. And Jordan Payne scores on debut. Brilliant try. First start, first try. That is how you finish a play from the Chiefs. That was all thanks to the kickoff. You don't see the glory of Messam flying, but Liam Messam did brilliantly. Kerbarlow, fantastic. But the finishing, just as good. And that is a big, big hit straight to the heart of the Crusaders. Kerbarlow, that run was magnificent. And it set the try up. Anscombe dedicating himself to the cause. And Payne gets the reward. He gets the glory. But that was a fantastically worked team try from the Chiefs. Gareth Anscombe will have a chance for 2 more. He's been in good form for the boot. Can we see it continue tonight? 1 from 1 already. Here's number 2. Again, sliding in that post, but it's a good conversion. And it's a good 2 points. It doesn't matter if they're ugly. It doesn't matter if they slither the post. It's all 2 points in the end. The Crusaders sinking without a trace here, down 14-0. Unable to get a ball over the posts. A man over the line is a short kickoff from Slade. Goes down to Arkey, who just stands there and holds on, but it's intercepted from none other than Wyatt Crockett. And he's taken on the 22, and Messam waits for his support to come back. Arkey gets sacked. A good tackle coming in from Taylor. Kerbarlow runs it himself because it's Tanano Williams. He easily goes around the outside of Todd. Now he's chipped past the fullback. Dag had no chance, but it again is Todd, the man who first got smoked. They come back to save the day for the Crusaders. Chiefs forcing a lot of men into the rucks. As Franks, good pass from Franks to Willie Hines. And Willie Hines runs away. Gives it inside to Crotty. Crotty's in open spaces. He looks right to the right side for Slade. Slade to Taylor. Back inside for Reed. And Reed takes it to ground in the tackle of Ben Tamiafuna. How did Tamiafuna get all the way back there? Magnificent work from the prop because he's turned the ball over for his side. And Horrell will do the sensible thing and he thumps it downfield. Massive hit. And Dag has it on his own 22. He kicks a crossfield bomb. And it's easily claimed here from Marshall. Tom Marshall offloads, but it's intercepted from that man again. Todd. He's a bit isolated though, and the Chiefs have numbers to this breakdown. Massive numbers too, and they'll slowly but surely get it back on their side. The ball squirts out. Retallick has it. The Crusaders are miles back. They're not harming up. Anscombe goes wide for Arkey. This is man on the outside again. It's Nello Williams. But he can't get away. The defence, good work there. How was that onside there? Bird has got it nicely to Ndolo. He gets it inside. It's there with Town forward giving it to Todd. And they go to ground. The Crusaders looking much better now. Here's Hines. Short pay to Crotty. Crotty hits the line hard. Goes to ground on the 10 metres line. Here's Hines again. Going to Slade. Slade's through. Payne makes a good tackle. And Jordan Payne making a good fist of his debut, starting debut here tonight. Hines gets through one, puts it wide for McNichol, who steps inside but still going here. Here's Crockett, had a bit of a run already. Bird over the top for Crotty. Can't find Ndolo.
Release.
Setting up inside the 22 once again are the Crusaders. The Chiefs waiting for that ball, but it won't come on their side. Flynn, this time he goes to Hines, who's picked up and hammered over the sideline. Massive shot on Hines. Once again, he has been ineffective today, Hines. As we'll have Perry coming on for Crockett. Not a bad outing for Crockett. He's done what he has to do well. He's made a couple of breaks. But in the end, things not quite going right for the big prop. Here's a line out for Marshall, and it's not straight, and it's knocked on. Well, that line out went about as badly as one would ever go. Not straight, played down nicely, but
Crouch.
Straight out of the hands of Carballo. Knock on, not straight.
Sit.
And we'll head down for the scrum. Hines puts it in, and it's a good hit here from the Chiefs. They may just turn this one over. Do the Crusaders have a reply? No, they don't. And Carballo, he takes it up. The Crusaders' defence is all in disarray as Archie looks on the outside. Nicely to Horrell. Nickel takes Horrell, and he gives it to Payne, gives it to Squire, and the big number 8 goes to ground. Good tackle in the end from Dag. Here's Retallick going to Manu. Horrell. Short pass, nicely to Anscombe. Anscombe's so fun, and Anscombe will be away. Nadolo gives chase, but Gareth Anscombe, brilliant try. He left Flynn for dust. Corey Flynn was no chance. The hooker just got smoked. A great step, a great knowledge of picking your opposition there. Watch this pass, and Flynn, see you later. Anscombe's out of here. Flynn gives chase. Nadolo comes across, but the head start for Anscombe was just too much for anyone. And it looked poor too. That was a bad pass. That was okay, but it was this one. Oh, the defence just come rushing up. The big forwards there. Perry, number 21, he also made the big lunge forward with his front row partner, Corey Flynn. But it come unstuck. It come mightily unstuck as Anscombe doing well with the number 10 jumper, I have to say, in the absence of Cruden. Easiest kick of the day for him, and he chokes it to the right. Can't convert his own try, but 19-0. The Chiefs doing it easy here over the Crusaders. Thought the Crusaders might come up to Waikato here and be full of fire, but they've petered out here quite poorly. As Marshall takes the kickoff, and Tamiafuna, the big man, big tight head prop, just bundles through another couple of tackles but loses the ball. Now Hines finally passes, does Hines? And it's a good play out to the left side, inside to McNichol. Corey Flynn will be hoping to make up for his mistake. Outside for Colin Slade. He's taken from Carballo, who defensively has been outstanding tonight. Nadolo plays scrum half, give it to Perry, who goes charging into the tackle. Here's Hines. Round the corner he goes to Reed. Puts his own players offside. Here's Franks. Whitelock. Oh, good play. Oh, beautiful play too. Putting Corey Flynn in a little bit of a gap. Full time is gone here. The Crusaders want something as they go wide. There's a chance for McNichol on Payne. But no, Payne does another fantastic job on defence. Puts McNichol to the ground. And they will turn this over too. What's the go? Messam running. Fires it wide for Archie. Looking outside for Tim Nano-Williams. Only comes up when there's stuff to be done. Tim Nano-Williams. And he is away. Crawley giving chase. McNichol comes across. But say hello to a bonus point. Who would have thought that the Chiefs could do it? 7-0 at half-time, and what a brilliant display in the second half. Tim Nano-Williams bags the double, but he had no right. He stepped Dag. Dag slowed him down, but the support from Flynn, Hines and Crotty was just not there in defence. And away he goes. Tim Nano-Williams, the most devastating finisher you could dream of. Look at that explosive pace out of that Dag tackle. Inverted speech marks there on the tackle word. Dag with the poor effort. Threw in Tim Nano-Williams. And an outstanding finish from the winger. Well, the Chiefs have come from nowhere, really. You have to say, it looked like a close match. The Crusaders were battling hard, but they've just been blown off the park here. The Chiefs have been outstanding, and 26-0 will be the final score. Anscombe nails the conversion, and the Chiefs have well and truly destroyed the Crusaders. For the second time, 24-10 it was in round one. That was kind of close, but today, a second half dominant display from the Chiefs. have blown the Crusaders completely off the park. The first 40 was close. Just one brilliant piece of play from Nanai Williams gave them the 7-0 lead, but then it all came beautifully to fruition as the Chiefs destroyed the Crusaders 26-0. Let's have a look at the scorers. Anscombe, Jordan Payne, Tim Nanai Williams with a pair. Gareth Anscombe with 3 conversions from 4 tries as well. Would you believe it? An outstanding display from the Chiefs, 26-0 over the pointless Crusaders. They will be devastated with their performance. The full-time stats, possession was fairly even in the end, 57-43. Territory, 62 to the Crusaders, 38 to the Chiefs. 2 scrums to 1. Line breaks, 7-6. That was all fairly even. Handling errors, you'd think this would make a bit of a difference. The Chiefs making 13, the Crusaders just 2. And even the tackles, a lot of tackles in today's match, over 100 again. 68-45, but the Crusaders just, well, they couldn't finish. They made 1 less line break in the whole match, yet they did not even score 1 single solitary try. A poor display from the Crusaders. The Chiefs made all steps count on this one. In every line break, just about resulting in a try. 4 out of 7, that's not bad. And even as much as the Crusaders tried to get Ndolo into the match, the big Fijian didn't have much of an impact. And now, following yet another victory and yet another home bonus point, we can have a look at how this will affect the Chiefs on the table. They'll still be number 1 in New Zealand, no doubt about that. But boy, there's some really dominant teams in the competition this season. Let's have a look and check it out. See what the tables look like throughout the 3 different conferences. Alrighty, and following that fantastic display from the Chiefs, 26-0 over the Crusaders. That gives them now 8 games, 8 wins, and 6 tasty old bonus points. That's right, every match except for the 2 in South Africa. They have got a 4-try bonus point, which is just phenomenal. The team is playing outstandingly, and they will be looking great into the rest of their season now, thanks to that. The other teams in the New Zealand Conference has the Blues sitting in 2nd on 28 points. The Hurricanes 3rd on 27, close between those 2. The Crusaders sit on 20. They were close too with the 2nd and 3rd, but have fallen away with that loss now. The Highlanders round out the top 5 with just 5 points. In South Africa, the Sharks are way up top with 30. Following them is the Bulls, 24. Cheetahs, 18. Stormers, 15. And the Lowly Lions got a bonus point. Hey, good for them. In Australia, the Waratahs blasting everyone off the paddock. 10 wins, 10 games, 10 wins. I'm flustered, they're so outstanding at the moment. And 7 bonus points. The Chiefs have a benchmark here. As fantastic as they are, the Waratahs are even better. 7 bonus points, that means from 10 matches they've only dropped 3 bonus points. Unbelievable. Brumbies sit in 2nd, the opponents for next week for the Chiefs. They are on 27, the Reds 17, the Western Force 17, that's close. And the Melbourne Rebels on 12, rounding out Australia. That wraps us up nicely for this week, and we look forward to the Brumbies at home. They are next week's opponents for the Chiefs. That is at Canberra Stadium. They will be facing up against the Chiefs. The top place in New Zealand Conference versus 2nd in Australia. That'll be a big match for both teams, and the Chiefs leaving New Zealand for the 2nd time. How will they fare? Well, you're going to have to stick around. Stay tuned to find out. The Chiefs being followed around trying to go for title number 3 in a row. They travel to Australia next week. Can they do it? You'll have to watch the whole series to find out. That is coming up next week. Stay tuned for that one. The Chiefs travelling to Canberra to face the Brumbies. Thank you for watching today's match. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage of our following of the Chiefs, where we are following every match exactly how they line up each week. Bringing it to you here on Cornflakes Crib, exact fixtures and all, just for you guys as you love it. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time for the Chiefs. Away to the Brumbies. Until then, take care.